Assalamu alaikum. Yes, human anatomy and physiology 1. A very important video as usual in yesterday's live classes. In pharmaceutics 1. Alhamdulillah, what questions I had repeated in yesterday's classes, same questions are repeated in your today's examination. So, in tomorrow's examination also same. What question I am telling no, inshallah Rahman, same question will be repeated. You don't worry about that. So what happened? I have told you at 9 o'clock I will start the meeting, but at 9:30 I want to go for outwork. One work is there. For that reason, I want to start now. So by removing all the thoughts, I have came here, my dear brothers and sisters. Just join the meeting. If anyone has joined, it means just share this link to my official WhatsApp group. Okay, inshallah. By that way, everyone can join. Human anatomy and physiology 1. Very important. In this we will discuss a 10 mark, 5 mark in and 2 marks questions. Already I have made a PDF. Okay, you just practice those questions. From those questions only tomorrow's examination your 2 marks questions are printed. Sometimes what happen, they will give from 10 or 5 marks, but they are very easy, like erythropoiesis, what is WBC, right, constituents of blood cells, okay, then total percentage of WBC, classification of WBC. These only some basic questions they will ask you. Don't worry about that. Yeah, see, join fast, because what happens, no, some students will live back here, and those students will not get information clearly. My request to those students, so please join this meeting very fast, very quickly, inshallah. Everyone can join, means I can tell good things for you. Hi sir, hi Shamla Shama, hi Muhammad Shahal P. Yes, now I will start human anatomy and physiology 1. See here, my dear brothers and sisters, as usual, today's your pharmaceutic 1 paper, inshallah, means the question paper was very easy, and also what we discussed yesterday, the same questions asked here in today's pharmaceutic, alhamdulillah. So in tomorrow's examination also, inshallah, human anatomy and physiology 1, the same questions will be repeated. You don't worry about that, just practice these questions. Let's start. The first important question: describe the constituents of blood and their function. This question is fixed for your tomorrow's examination for 10 marks or for 5 marks. Okay, here you have to write describe the constituents of blood and their functions. See here, important thing, many students what they will do, they will write the constituents of blood directly, WBC, RBC, platelets, and they will just directly write the functions of blood. Please, my dear brothers and sisters, don't do this mistake. First you write constituents of blood. Okay, blood, it is a mixture of WBC, RBC, platelets, plasma. Okay, first you make a list of that. Afterwards you write RBC, red blood cell. First you write what is this RBC, color of that, why that color. First you write physiology. Okay, why that color, how it is, hemoglobin present, due to the presentation of hemoglobin it is red in color. First you write physiology. After writing the physiology, you write total RBC count. What is the total RBC count? What is the percentage in women and in men? You write that. After that you go for the functions of the RBC, red blood cell. Then you go for the WBC. Same, you classify granulocytes, agranulocytes, write the granulocytes, write the agranulocytes. Then you go for the functions. After that you go for plasma. You write the plasma proteins. Which are those? Some of the organic plasma, non-organic, means inorganic. Classify those and write it down. Just don't write directly. It will affect your answer. First you write classify. After each classification you have to write some of the physiology advantages. Then only you will get 8 to 9 marks there. Yeah, next one is you go for this one. Which one? What is blood pressure? Explain the regulation of blood pressure. This question they will ask in 5 marks. What is BP and regulation of blood pressure? BP, what is BP? You write. Then you write blood pressure. What is this blood pressure? How can you regulate there? Means here one more very important is renin angiotensin tensiogen mechanism. Very important, renin angiotensinogen mechanism, very important. You have to write it down, this one. First you write that, after you explain. If you ask in 10 marks means you have to explain each term. If they ask in 5 marks means you just draw the diagram means that only flow chart. After that it's better to explain there also. Yeah, next write about the meiosis, very important. Then functions of bones, it is also very important. You have to write many functions of bones high. Then conduction system of heart, okay, pulmonary conduction system, these you have to write it down. Then hemopoiesis and erythropoiesis both are same. Okay, erythropoiesis and hemopoiesis, many times this question asked in 10 marks, hemopoiesis and erythropoiesis, 10 mark, but sometime it will ask in 5 marks. Then you go for the write a neat label diagram of neuron and its functions, it is also very important. Then write the functions of RBC, factors affecting synthesis of hemoglobin. Factors also this question asks for 10 marks, but sometime it asks for 5 marks. Then difference between sympathetic and parasympathetic. Blood grouping, significance in blood transfusion. Sometimes they will ask what is blood grouping, or sometimes they will ask write the ABO system. Alpha Banu, high Alpha Banu. Okay, blood grouping. Sometimes they will ask high. This type. Blood grouping means same. ABO system also same. Both are same. You can write any one there. Very important here. Main point is you have to write A blood group, B blood group, AB, O blood group. These are very important. And what is the importance in transfusion? If a dispatch or dismiss of blood, what happens to the patient if he lives or if he dies? These all points you have to write. And also by sharing of the needles, what happens? Okay, if he is HIV or she is HIV patient, what happens at that condition? Sharing of the needles, blades, sharing of the blood, these all conditions you have to write it down. Then write a neat label diagram of ear and explain the physiology of hearing. See, one is ear, one is eye. Fix. Majorly they will ask in 10 marks, but minorly 5 marks. Fix question, ear or eye. Here you are familiar with the ear and eye, very familiar. Okay, just don't draw a diagram. If they ask in 10 marks, you have to explain all the parts. If you ask in 10 marks means explain the parts, like eardrum. For an example, they will ask write a diagram or physiology of hearing means first you write the parts, then after you go on explaining those parts, like eardrum. Eardrum consists those 3 parts, that is Malleus, Incus, types. Okay, then what is pinna, helps for collecting the sound. These all you have to write, then only you will get 10 marks. Yeah, then see components and function of blood. Systemic and coronary blood circulation, very important. Systemic and coronary blood circulation. Okay, systemic and coronary blood circulation, very important one. Then stages of erythropoiesis, this is also cell division, very important. Physiology of muscle contraction, yes, very important. Muscle contraction, actin, myosin, those mechanism you have to write here. Then classify joints with example, this is also very important. First you write what are joints, then classify those joints. After classification, particularly after classification, you write the single means for an example cartilaginous joints, write about the cartilaginous joints, write the functions. Then fibrous joints, okay, write the sum of the physiology, then functions. After that synovial joints, where it can be found, these you have to write. Structure and function of spleen, very important. ABO system of blood grouping, yes. Physiology, effect of sympathetic stimulation, you leave that, don't worry. What is ECG, very important. Echocardiogram, very important. Factors affecting blood pressure, which factors are affecting the BP, blood pressure. General factors you can write there. First you write what is the blood pressure, normal blood pressure, then factors affecting blood pressure. If your pages means only 2 pages are filled means at last you write the renin angiotensinogen mechanism. Renin angiotensinogen mechanism is very important. Now cardiac cycle, yes, events of cardiac cycle, 10 mark, very important. In tomorrow's examination this question will be asked either in 10 or 5 marks. Then division of very important, this one, division. Then various stages of erythropoiesis, see all repeated questions, repeated one. And factors affecting coagulation, you have to write those all. Then joints, सेकेंड सेम बनाऊंगा मेरे भाई, अभी क्या है बोलो तो आई हैव क्रिएटेड फॉर ऑल फर्स्ट टू 8th सेमेस्टर all only one group like in pharmacy, but I am having a plan that I will create a separate group For first and second semester one group, second and third semester one group, the fourth and fifth semester one group, like this way. Sorry, first and second one group, 3 and 4 one group, 5 and 6 one group, like this way I am planning. Inshallah I will come through that. Yeah, one of the very important. Bro, tell me 10 marks questions once again. Brother, I will tell you. Okay, some 2 question papers are there, I will tell you. Yeah, pulmonary and systemic circulation, very important. Epithelial tissue, then functions of skin. First you have to draw a label diagram of the skin, then you have to explain physiology of that skin, then functions. Skeletal muscle contraction, very important. Write a neat table diagram of ear, eye, 2 are fixed. Yes, now 10 marks. See, eye. 10 marks I have told you, eye or ear. So 2 marks, PPT which we have given. Yeah, it's enough, brother. It's enough for your 2 marks. Just to practice those. And sometimes what they will do means they will ask in 5 or 10 marks. You can easily write it down. You don't worry. Maximum those universities which are linked with the Pharmacy Council of India, PCI, then it's enough for any university. Yeah, structure of eye is very important. Then anatomy of heart, neat label diagram, and explain pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary, coronary, very important. Pulmonary, coronary, very important ones. Okay, and heart, composition of blood. This is also 10 marks, very important one. I will add a group link. You just go and join from that. 5 marks, explain the division and functions of autonomous nervous system. Autonomic nervous system. Classify skeletal system, bones of the skull, very important. Bones of the skull, 2 mark fixed question here. Skull bones, axial bones, appendicular bones. Then classify WBC, mention the function. See, these questions you will get easily. Why means you know the blood and constituents of blood, no? WBC, RBC, plasma. If they ask anyone means you can easily write there. Structure and function of spleen, repeated. Heart, repeated. Regulation of BP, here you have to write renin angiotensinogen mechanism. That is a challenge here. You have to write it down. Then muscular tissue. Then blood grouping, very important. Okay. What questions I am telling you, just to practice those only. You don't skip a single question from these. I will do, inshallah. Okay, you don't skip any question from this. Tomorrow's examination, inshallah, from these only your questions will be printed. Okay, printed. You don't worry, the question paper will be very easy. Just write it down. Okay, cardiac cycle, factors involved in blood coagulation. Then you come for this one. Which one? Joints, neuromuscular junction, difference between sympathetic and parasympathetic, regulation. Then skin one. Skin is very important. Functions of lysosome, ribosome, Golgi complex. Here, this one is one new question. Lysosome, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus. Remember this. Ear, physiology of vision. See here. Here, dhamaka offer. Yes, this 8th and 9th question, dhamaka offer. Why means both they have asked here, ear also and physiology of hearing. You can WhatsApp me, brother. Okay, here just to listen, because some important questions I am going to tell. Inshallah, you can WhatsApp your doubt. Inshallah, I will clear that. Alhamdulillah. Yes, sir. Okay, these are the 10 and 5 marks, and also I am repeating you, my dear brothers and sisters, if you are not practiced a single question also, means some students are there, sir, I don't know anything, what to do now, so tomorrow is my examination. Just you practice 2020 and 2020-21 question paper, 20 and 2021. It is mandatory for you. Practice that. 2020 and 2020-21. This is enough for you. This is enough. Walaikum salam. This is enough. Means those students, I don't know anything, sir, tomorrow is my examination. Cardiac cycle, these are the very important events of cardiac cycle. Okay, these are the very important. You just practice this and attend your examination. Inshallah, you will pass it out. And 2 marks questions, I will add, if possible, I will add it where in the description, where in this video's link. Just you can see from that and you can take the PDF from that, or you can take a screenshot. You don't worry. Yes, sir, these are the important questions for today's session. Inshallah Rahman. In Next classes we will discuss about the pharmaceutical inorganic chemistry. There also we will give, I am give you some important questions. You practice those questions, it's enough. Blood coagulation and the components are, no sir, these are different. Components of the blood means here they will WBC, RBC and platelets or plasma proteins. But blood coagulation factors affecting means they are totally different. You go through that. Okay, mainly blood coagulation factors like Hageman factor, okay, then calcium. These all the 13 factors are there. You have to write those 13 factors, explain those 13 factors, then you will get 5 to 10 marks there. Okay, components of blood means RBC, WBC, platelets and plasma proteins. These are the classification, okay, of the blood. Explain each term in detail, then only you will get 10 marks. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters, this is today's live session discussion on human anatomy and physiology. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.